What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of JB Saltwater Fish Tank and Friends. I know I fell off. It's been like 8,000 years since I did an update. I mean, lots of things have been going on since the transition from the old house to the new house. Trying to get everything set up, trying to get the house to look better. Based on the last video, I'm pretty sure you guys saw that I was doing a landscaping out front. I upgraded that even more. I painted the outside of the house. I finally did the floors on the inside, which was able to allow me to finally get the King Leonidas up and running, which you guys will see today in this video. So I'm very excited about that. I had to redo the Spartan, so we're at the Spartan either 3.0 or 4.0. I lost count. That's how bad it is. But let me tell you, the Spartan hasn't looked this great since I first put it together way back when. So you guys are in for a treat. You know, I want you guys to be in love with everything, because I'm going to take you on a whirlwind tour, and I have a special surprise for you guys at the end of the video. So you're definitely gonna love this. I mean, what we're looking at here right now is Jaden's saltwater fish tank. Since the old house, we upgraded him to the 60-gallon. You know, this has the roll top. I don't know if you guys remember, but you can always go back to the old videos and take a look. He has a custom built sump that we had put together. It's still the same system. He still has the filter sock running on the bottom. We didn't do any more upgrades to this actual tank, nothing extra to make it super special or anything like that, because it's just been running that well. Now, as far as fish goes, the only few fish that are in here are like the misfits. Like, we have the clownfish right there that was getting beat up from my friend's tank, so we brought him over and we dumped him in there. That the wrasse that you're seeing is one of the original wrasses that was in the tank that actually survived, but that came from another tank as well. The yellow tang is a yellow tang that came from a friend's tank. We had to break it down, and then when we put it back together, I just got him some bigger ones. Because it was going to be a pain in the ass to catch this tang, and this tang was actually in the garage reef, which is no longer with us, not because it broke down or anything like that. It's because we sold it. We decided to go a different direction. I used to sit in the garage a lot. I don't do that anymore since we upgraded the backyard, which is going to be an amazing tour, and so we'll get into that as well. And then obviously I have the Lawnmower Blenny, which we always keep a Lawnmower Blenny because it helps to control algae and everything like that. He is very proud of the tank. I mean, for the most part, filled to the brim with green star polyp, because that took over. We haven't tried to nix or anything like that, but what we've been doing is taking all the excess pieces of coral that we find, like little frags that break off or whatever, and we throw it in here and we watch it grow. I mean, it's been a success for the most part, so we're very happy and we're very excited about that. So I know you guys haven't seen it in a while, so we definitely wanted to make you we definitely want to give you a preview of what it looks like and let you get some overall footage of it. So that's what we're bringing to you right now. We're gonna go ahead and move over to the Spartan, so that way you guys can actually take a look at it, get to enjoy all of its splendor. And guys, just let me know what you think, and I thank you for all the people that are still subscribed, who still watch the videos and everything like that. Depending on how many likes that I get on this video, I may start doing videos all over again. I mean, we're going into the hurricane season, so there's going to be a lot of rain, so I have my days off aren't as taken up as they used to be, so I'll be able to actually make videos and take my time to do them and edit and everything like that. So, you know, so you guys hit that like button. You know, if you have any friends, have them hit the subscribe button, and I'll definitely start working on the videos. So we'll go ahead and move over to the next tank. So this is the Spartan. Like I said, I don't remember if this was 3.0 or 4.0, but the lights aren't actually on yet because it's very early in the morning and I wanted to get this video out today. So what I did is I was able to go ahead and mess with them just a little bit to get them to a point where you can actually see into the tank. The rock work was completely redone, and I mean, now I have some cliffs or some islands that kind of fall off or whatever, and I made it into one piece. So it's a wraparound around the overflow. The overflow is about, I want to say 14 inches long, so it's a very huge wraparound. The rock in here is a mixture of Haitian and Tonga. So, I mean, it works really, really well, in my opinion, on the look. Obviously, there's some people who actually got to see the tank in person who are YouTube fanatics, and they have their own channels. So, like Rod's Reef. So definitely, you can, if you really want to know what the tank looks like, you can always ask them. Go ahead and pull it up a little bit closer so you guys can take a look at everything, and I'll let you know what's going on. All right, so the fish are getting pretty big compared to what they were, the original set was. I mean, the Flamingi he's about, I want to say 6 inches now, and he has his streamers, but I mean, guys, could you imagine the fish I used to have in here? If you go back to these old videos and take a look, I mean, I had a massive Flamingi, about 18 inches long. Now I have a 6-inch Flamingi, and he looks big in this tank for, you know what I mean? But I was able to set up a lot of crevices, do a lot of stuff. The glass still needs cleaning. That's part of my regimen for today. I'll knock it out later. I was able to put that tiger paw coral up there to basically let it float in the air, so it's on the wall, and then everything else is just based off the rocks. I haven't added anything new. I don't plan on adding anything new, simply because I just want to let the tank grow, and it has been growing, and I haven't been losing anything, and everything's been doing awfully well. So I'm not worried about putting any new corals. I thought about adding some new fish because I noticed I did lose some fish through death, but that's something that I'll just have to figure out later on in my career with this tank. Let me grab some food and I'll feed the tank so you guys can see that. I am still feeding the same food. This is a little overkill because since I don't get to look at my tank every day, I wanted to be able to see the fish eat, and I want to see who's still in here. Oh, I still got some chromuses. So just to tell you how much I don't get to see my own tank, back the camera up a little bit. So yeah, this is the Spartan in all its glory. Now, Only one thing I have to deal with today besides cleaning the glass is right there, which is the skimmer, because no matter how I face that outlet, it has a splashing, and it creates splashing all over the place or whatever, so I have to resolve that. I'm still running the Reef Octopus skimmer, and I also have the bio pellet reactor, you know, with its own pump that I'm running, and then I have the dosing unit, which is on this side, and that's basically everything that runs the tank. I don't have a Apex or anything like that on the system. The plumbing's still the same. I've added, let's see, what did I add to this? The only thing I added was the ATO, which is the eShop, because they tend to go bad. I think this is my second or third one, but they've upgraded the technology on it by putting a new O-ring on the system. So I mean, this one hopefully should last a little bit longer than the previous two predecessors, but you're talking about years and years of use out of them. So I mean, and it's a mechanical failure. It's a mechanical system that uses pressure, so it's not bad. Other than that, that's about it. I mean, the lights are still the same. I'm using the AI Souls right here. The 3 AI Souls, haven't changed that. And they're still running to the same capacity they were when I originally got them. The coral growth is amazing in the tank. I mean, and the dosing system is set to, I want to say, dose 4 times a day each thing. So you're talking about it's 20 millimeters of calcium, 20 millimeters of alkalinity, and 15 millimeters of magnesium that I dose per day. So, and I'm gonna be scaling it back. Why? Because Xerxes, who's still connected, and over here, Xerxes is still connected, but the problem is that, well, not the problem. I took out all the corals, so the only thing left in the system is a purple tang who's swimming around in there just by himself. And the only reason he's in there is because he's a little aggressive, and I don't want to mix him in with my Soho and the other Flamingi that I have in King Leonidas. So he's in here by himself, but he's loving it. I don't think he has a real big issue. And I am actually now in the process of getting rid of Xerxes. There was somebody who had said that they were going to pick it up, but I guess they changed their mind. So if you know anybody looking for a nice size frag tank, it's 105 gallons. It's 6 feet long. It's 36 inches deep, and it's 9 inches tall. So I am getting rid of it for $800. I had that powder coated stand made for it. It still has the metal halides that are connected to the system, and then it's running on the pump, which is connected to the sump on this side. So I mean, it's not. So here, I'll move. Let's do this. So there's a lot of storage space at the bottom, which is currently not being used, like I said, because the system was supposed to be getting sold, so I don't have anything to store down there. As far as the lights, they still come on, they still do their 4-hour round, just because the ambient light that comes out of the metal halides hits my tank, and it helps my corals to grow a lot better. So I really just left it. Eventually, if I don't sell it within like the next month or so, my goal is maybe to go ahead and start fragging all over again and start filling it with frags and letting them grow out. I mean, it does, these corals grow overnight, as you'll be able to see in the Spartan. So we'll go ahead and move over to, King Leonidas. So we'll go over and move to that tank, and you guys can take a look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to King Leonidas. The rocks actually came from Tommy, which you guys seen his videos back in the day and everything like that. So he had a bunch of rocks that he wanted me to use. It's about 14-year-old Haitian rock that he had laying around, pieces that came from his tank, that he came from the rocks that he was holding for his tank. And what happened is once he put his tank together, he realized there was a few pieces that he could not use, and that's how I got these rocks. Now, mind you, I wanted to make this tank as simplistic as possible, i.e. the open air concept, the what do you call it, the negative space concept. So that's why it's set up the way it is. And I love that that Rio look with the statue sitting high in the air. So I use my little Buddha statue, which is right there, to recreate that look. So he's sitting there having fun. I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and put some corals in his hand and let him grow out, maybe some acros or something like that. So not sure if that's going to be the best look yet, but it's in the thought process, it's in the works. So but the tank is doing well. All the corals came from Xerxes, and I was able to move them over with no problem. And the tank's only been running for about 2 weeks. I did go through a diatom bloom, but that only lasted a few days, thank goodness. And the only reason I went through it is because I forgot to put in the carbon. My nitrate, I used I want to say it's a Brightwell nitrate remover stone. So that's in there, and also and then I have a BioBlock, which came from my other tank, which was the Garage Reef. So the BioBlock is actually sitting down at the bottom, and it's right under the skimmer right there. Now the skimmer is a Bubble Magnus, and I'm running it actually lights. I'm gonna have to adjust it today, so that's part of the plans. So a couple things I did just recently add was that this nitrate block. Hold on, because I gotta adjust just a little bit. I've added that nitrate block that you see sitting under the filter floss. And then on this side of the tank, I have the ATO, which is, I want to say, I can't remember the name of the company right now. Oh, Banshee. Okay, so the ATO is a Banshee, and then I'm using the Tunzi to actually feed it into the tank. And then I have a Bubble Magnus dosing system, which is I'm doing 3-part calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium. Currently I have them at, I want to say it's 4 times per day, 10 millimeters on the calc and alk, and then 15 on the magnesium, just to kind of feed it, because I want to get this tank sparked very quickly. I do have some acros in the tank and everything, and they're doing very well. So, and I'm not losing any color. So I mean, the tank is doing amazing. As far as the lighting system goes, I am running, hold on, let's see if I can zoom out. I'm running the ATI unit, and then I have the LED bulbs in the ATI unit, and then I have some actual T5 bulbs, which I think it's maybe like, I want to say I have 1 actual T5 bulb, and everything else is the ATI bulb. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blues, and then 2 whites, and then an actual, oh, you know what? Scratch that. I don't have any T5 bulbs in there because they had came out with all the bulbs in E5s, and I was able to grab every single one of the E5. So I do have some extra bulbs, but I'm not currently using them. So guys, let me know what you think about the tank, you know, if you have any questions or whatever. As far as the lights for the bottom of the system, I got this remote right here, which I'm able to just click and it turns off the lights on the bottom. The actual lighting for the tank itself, I built those in-wall timers that I told you guys about. For all the new subscribers, I can move over and show you guys. So in the wall, I built these in-wall timers right here. So the whole lighting system runs off of that. And then the power cables are up top behind the wall. You could kind of see just a little bit of the cable, which I'm going to be hiding soon. And then my plans eventually for this tank is to put a calcium reactor on here, but that's because I want to go full on SPS. So we'll see if that's going to happen. The calcium reactor is sitting here. And it's been sitting here for years, so I just got to get around to putting it on. I already have everything set up, ready to go for it. I have the canister, the 5-pound CO2 filter tank and everything. So the only thing I'm missing is purchasing the Apex, which I can always throw on there. But I do have the dosing system, and I'm not dosing a lot at the moment. So adding a calcium reactor just brings a different it just brings a different profile to the system. I had it on my tank before long ago, and my corals did amazing with the calcium reactor, so that's the only reason I'm bringing it back. That is the King Leonidas. Like I said, tell me what you think, and let me know if you guys want to see more of it, and if you want me to go more into detail and everything like that. As far as the color on the tank, I'll be able to fix that later on. Or on the camera, I'm sorry, so you guys can actually get full-on color of all the corals that are inside the tank. This is mainly 100% Aussie for the most part, and then there's a few corals from different regions, but it's mainly Aussie. A lot of corals that I had left over from when I used to do the shows and everything. So I appreciate you guys. We'll go ahead and move into the surprise so you guys can take a look. I'm probably gonna have to make this video a 2-part, so due to all the updates that I've been doing. As far as the floors go in the house, this is what we have now, which is that wood looking tile. So I love it, that way. I flooded the house before with the other laminate floor that we had before. So but it runs all throughout the house, and it's beautiful, and coloration and everything like that. So I have more of it in other places. Well, the whole house has this tile right now, in different tones. I'll leave it at that. Now, as far as that surprise that I was telling you guys about, what you do is you get to see all this nice beautiful floor. And then when you look out back, what is that? What'd you do now? So, guys, this is my other project that I've been working on. I'm about halfway done with it. And this is in my backyard. So, should I do a video on this so you guys could take a look and see what the hell I've been doing this whole time? Let me know.